Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for album review, and this is for a new album review for Post Malone's new album, which is for 12 Carat Toothache that I'm gonna be reviewing for you guys for his new album that comes out at midnight tonight. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for all 14 songs from the new Post Malone album, 12 Carat Toothache, and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this album review. Now, is this a better follow up to Hollywood's Bleeding? Not really. I think he tried something. At least Motley Crue wasn't in this album or on the track list because that song was so fucking terrible, honestly. Um, I heard the song myself and I wasn't crazy for it. But basically, it starts with Reputation and it has a really good start to the album. I'll give it that. The only songs I really enjoyed were Reputation, When I'm Alone, One Right Now featuring The Weeknd. Wasting Angels was tolerable. But I'm gonna go into track by track on what I'm gonna list through. But Reputation had a really good start. There were some moments towards the end of the song where it leads into the next song, which is Cooped Up, featuring Roddy Ricch. Cooped Up was alright. It's a solid track to continue on through the beginning of the album. So 4.5 out of 5 for Cooped Up, and Reputation's getting a 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed that song. Lemon Tree, it's decent. The guitar work, the acoustic guitar work's nice in it, but the way Post Malone is singing the song, I don't know. There are times where he does really good, and then he has this gargling, uh, what is it? Gargling, vocal pitch or whatever that does not work with this song. I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? But it's a decent song at the end of the day. I think guitar wise and some of his vocals sound alright, but it doesn't make it a really good song, so 4 out of 5. Wrapped Around Your Finger was average. I wasn't a huge fan of this one. Um, 3.5 out of 5. The way he says wrapped around your finger, or the way he's singing it like a country accent. And also Lemon Tree, he had a country accent a bit with do bad or whatever, and I'm like, what? I'm like, you're supposed to have good vocal pitches, and you're kind of ruining it with this album so far. So, Wrapped Around Your Finger, like I said, 3.5 out of 5. I Like You, a happier song featuring Doja Cat, was average. It's another one that I don't know if I care about. It's just a radio friendly kind of song that a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this is one of the best songs. So I'm like, not to me. So 3.5 out of 5. I Cannot Be a Sadder song featuring Gunna was decent. It's not my personal favorite, but it's something at least. So 4 out of 5. Some of the vocals in it from Post Malone sound pretty strong, but Gunna kind of brings the rating down for this song, so that's just my opinion. 4 out of 5. Insane was pretty average and kind of basic because, one, he does rap in this song, Post Malone does, but it's the way he's singing the song. Like, he has a higher pitch and a weird, cringy voice, how he sings it, and it just doesn't work. So, he's kind of disappointing me this time around for this album. Uh, so 3.5 out of 5 for Insane. It's alright. Lyrically, it's still clusterfuck, but it is what it is, I guess. So 3.5 out of 5. Love Hate Letter to Alcohol featuring Fleet Foxes was actually a solid track. I'll give him praise on that one. Um, I do like some of the production in the song, and the way he's singing the song sounds really good. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. Next song is Wasting Angels featuring the Kid Leroy. That song was decent. It wasn't perfect in any way, but hey, you got your misses, hits and misses. But this one was not a complete miss, it just was a decent song because it got to a repetitive ending to the song. It got very repetitive with what he was singing and the choir singing in the background that I just couldn't bear listening to because it was a little annoying. I was like, okay, we've heard the lyrics so many times, you can end the song now. So, Wasting Angels, even though it dragged on for 4 minutes and 3 seconds, I think it was decent, so 4 out of 5. Euthanasia is a decent one too. This is where the album starts getting a little better towards the end of the album. So, Euthanasia is getting a 4 out of 5. Some of the lyrics I don't know if I like, but it's something. So, When I'm Alone actually wasn't too bad of a song. I kind of think it's one of my personal favorites. I don't know if it's my personal favorite right now, but for what it is, it's something. So you're going to be in for pretty good vocals from Post Malone this time around with this song. So 4.5 out of 5. Waiting for a Miracle kind of was sluggish to get through, but it was decent. It didn't have bad vocals from Post Malone, but it still was a little decent, so 4 out of 5. One right now featuring The Weeknd. Really good song. I really like this one. It's grown on me a lot more after listening to it more times. So 5 out of 5. And finally, new recording 12, January 3rd, 2020, is a disappointment. It is weird with the vocals. I think it gets better when he sings the lyric something something euthanasia towards the end of the song. It gets a little better, but the song was really disappointing, so 2.5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think this is Post Malone's weakest album so far. I was not that thrilled with this album. I think it's okay, but it's nothing amazing. It's 43 minutes of some mumbling, some cringy vocal pitches that he does in this album, and the production with certain songs. The new recording one was a total disappointment. And there were a few draggish songs, like Wasting Angels really dragged out for a bit. And it should have ended like at the 3 minute mark or something like that. But first score for me, I'm giving Post Malone 12 Carat Toothache a 6.5 out of 10. This was okay. It was a tolerable album. It's going to be on my okay to meh albums of 2022 by the end of the year. But keep in mind, this is just my opinion. If you did like this album, that's fine. Because I respect your choice to like an album that I might not like. But I just personally didn't see any very good songs. There were a few, but not enough to really boost the album's rating up. So 6.5 out of 10 for me. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Post Malone album 12 Carat Toothache if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I made for you guys tonight, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I'll have another review coming out, I think for Bleed From Within's Shrine album. I'm gonna check that out, and then that's gonna be the last one I do for new albums, of course. I don't know. I was wanting to like this album, but a part of me was like, it's a little underwhelming at times, but there was only two really good songs on this album. Reputation, one right now. There might have been some solid tracks too that were solid, like When I'm Alone was solid. Love Hate Letter to Alcohol was solid, and Yeah, Cooped Up was solid too. So not really a lot of great songs on this album. Maybe like 4 or 5 out of 14. So what does that tell you? This isn't a perfect album, and it's sort of clustery. This album, it's kind of a mess. But in a way, I think he executed it okay. So it's an okay album to listen to. But this is just my opinion. I will return to you for that Bleed From Within Shrine album review. I don't know if I'm doing it late tonight or tomorrow. I gotta see what I'm doing. But stay safe, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed this album review for Post Malone 12 Carat Toothache. And as always, I will see you in my next review.